Alright guys, welcome back. This is my car repair channel and I'm going to be doing a camera video today. So I'm going to be starting to use one of these cameras, and wait till the end, you'll find out which one I'm going to use. Right now I'm filming mainly with my iPhone 5S. So we have a Coolpix L31 and a Coolpix L32 on the left, and the L31's on the right. So here's some specs between the iPhone 5 and the 31 and 32. So I figured I'd narrow it down to three camera specifications, and megapixels just means how much pixels are located inside of the I guess the picture. So iPhone 5S 8, the 31 is 16 megapixels, and the 32 is 20 megapixels. So I took some photos here. You'll see in a little bit. First I go through the camera and I show you some just how to use the camera, what the camera looks like. So if you are not really a camera person and you just want to see the difference between what the photos look like for the 31 and 32, just go into the description and check out the time slots that I have there. I'll put some time that you can just jump to check the pictures out. So here's the L32. It has a 5 times wide optical zoom and 20.1 megapixels. Turn the button on. There's the on button right there. Here's what it looks like from the front, and then you go around to the back. I think it looks like a pretty nice camera compared to at least the 31. It's got a nice chrome accent. There you have the on and off button in the zoom, to the left, to the right, and then you press the button the big button right there in the middle for snapping a picture. So the screen on back here, you have a pretty intuitive display. Then on the bottom here, it tells you how much, just some specifications on how much it's going to drain the battery. 3 to 2.4 volts. Got the amps measurements there. You got the AV cord that you can buy. It actually comes separate with the camera, and I just bought mine on Amazon. There's the battery and the SD card slot. So that's the L32, and here is the L31, which is the model right before it. It doesn't have as sleek as design, but I tell you what, it is still a really nice camera. It takes excellent quality photos. It's got the same exact zoom. I believe it had the same exact aperture, meaning it let in as much light as the 32 did. So that's something I'm going to need here for at least when I do my car repairs, and because I'm going to be doing it outside. So here's what it looks like from the back. You have the pretty much same display. They're all the same buttons, just maybe a different size. The LCD, the liquid crystal display there, is a little bit smaller compared to the L32. So you have same type of voltage, just a slightly larger amperage. What that means, it's going to drain the battery more than the L32. But if you have, just get some Energizer batteries or Duracell, and you should be good to go. You should have no problem with the battery life. So that's where you put the SD card there. You saw there's an AV port for a USB hookup to your phone. So I wanted to show you guys something here. I'm going to press the on button at the same time and see how fast that the camera reacts. And it seems that when you press the on button, maybe the L31 comes out just a little bit faster, but the L32 retracts faster. I don't know. I don't really think that really means anything. Just kind of a little comparison there between the L31 and 32. They call these cameras the point and shoot cameras. So I guess maybe if you wanted to whip it out real quick and then take a quick photo if you're driving down the road or something. So you know the price of these cameras are the L31 was anywhere between $60 and $80, and the L32 was about $120, and those kind of prices you'll find on Amazon. So yeah, it's not a high-priced camera, but it's great for just a real quick point and shoot, they call it. So there's the difference in the screen size. You can see that in the L32 model they increase the size of the screen just a tad bit. There is what they look like left to right. Again, the L32 is slightly bigger from left to right, but top to bottom measurement, they're about the same, I'd say. You can see how much nicer I think the L32 looks. Here I'm just going to give you guys a quick tour of what it looks like, what the display looks like. It's really simple. You have the record button there in the red. There I just pressed the scene button. You have a couple different options. I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what all those really mean. I'm not much of a camera person. I just looking for an upgrade for my iPhone 5. So you got the flash there on that wheel. The flash is on the top, the exposure is on the right, and then you have a timer you can put on the left, and then what they call a macro mode. I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe you guys can help me out here. Just leave some comments and let me know what those things mean, some of those things. So here's what the main menu is going to look like. You have different image mode. This is the L31, and the max it can give you is 16 megapixels. But it can also give you a 16:9 ratio, 1600 by 900 pixels screen size, and that's mainly what YouTube allows you to upload in. They used to be a 4:3, but now they're a 16:9, just to give it a little bit more higher quality. Here's the movie options. You can get 720, 480, and 240, and then here's some of the settings that you can fool around with. Alright, so here we have the L32. You can see the screen's a little bit wider. So basically the same buttons, the same little wheel, all the buttons are in the same place. You have the recording button right here, same place as the other camera. I don't know if I showed the recording button to you on the L31. But so here's what the scene button gives you. Gives you a bunch of different options. Just I think to possibly maybe change the color of the picture when you take it, just give it a certain cool effects, and it gives you different settings. So let's say you want to take a picture of a sunset or a night landscape or a close-up or food. They have predetermined settings there. I think for my purposes either landscape or the close-up probably would work the best, just because of the nature of my YouTube channel as being a car repair channel. I'll be taking a lot of close-ups and showing you how to fix your cars. So here's another setting that you can do. Soft, probably just a lighter background to your picture. And then you have a smart portrait, probably to detect different faces when you take photos of people's faces. And then you have an auto mode where it just automatically just chooses your settings, I assume. And then here on the wheel here, you have basically the same thing. You have the flash, the exposure, the timer, and what's something they call macro mode. So you go to the bottom there and press menu, and you have the image mode, and this just goes up to 20 megapixels. The L31 only went up to 16. That's just more pixels crammed into the photo that you take, which is obviously better. And then it has the 16:9 ratio, which gives you can see it there, it'll give you 14 megapixels, where the L31 gave you 12 megapixels at the 16:9 ratio. So I'll probably be shooting in the 16:9. 14 seems enough, and you'll see in some of these later photos that I have here that the 14 megapixels is a pretty high quality photo. And then here you have some of the same settings as the L31 basically. So that pretty much wraps up the camera itself, the physical camera. Now I guess the next thing would be to show you is the actual difference between the L31 and the L32. So I'm going to take some video shots here, and then I'm going to take some photos and then put them one after the other, and I'll point out on one of the photos, I'll point out some things just to watch for, and you see how much the L32 takes, how much better of a picture that it actually takes. So here's a picture of my or here's a video of my Forerunner. I'm going to zoom in here to the bulb, and then notice the orange reflector there. Keep your eye on that. I'm going to zoom out. This is the L31. This is the silver camera. We're going to jump over here to the red camera right there. You can see a slight bit of more sharpness. It's letting more color in, more light in. And zoom in here and then zoom out. And then that's the L32, the red camera. So here's back just a straight still picture. The L31, the silver camera. Now I'm going to show you three things. See those arrows there? The light, the top of that church there, and then those trees. It's going to jump over to the L32, and you can see the difference between those. Are just three spots that I quickly noticed the difference. Here's a close-up of the light, and then you can see the sharpness in the L32. Just a better quality photo. But still, I mean, I wouldn't downplay the L31. That's a really good camera. It's a really good camera to have if you're on a tight budget and you're looking to get a camera. The L31 is definitely a really good option. So here's a picture, a couple more pictures of what I've taken inside the car. L31 and then L32. Again, the L32 is pretty good. But here in this next picture, I was actually kind of surprised. The 31 and 32 kind of looked similar, and I'm not sure if that's because I had the hood up and it was blocking the sun, but it actually almost looked like the L31 was a slightly better picture. But I guess you can decide that if you want. So here's the L31. Still pretty good picture. You can read all the what's displayed there on the fuse box, and then here's the L32. Same fuse box. You can still read it all. Maybe just took out some of the glare. Alright guys, so I got some pretty exciting news for you. I'm going to give the L31 away to a lucky winner, and we're going to play a little game here. I'd ask that you subscribe to the channel, and right now I'm at about 46 subscribers. Once I hit 100 subscribers, we will end the contest, and the stipulations in the contest, you can find them in the description below. So I'll just explain them to you here. Subscribe to the channel, go over to Patreon, and donate at any level, even at the lowest one. That's alright. You'll still be eligible. And once you do that, send me proof and a confirmation email to my email at mycarrepairchannel@gmail.com, and then I will enter your name in a Google Drive sheet, and I'll show you. I'll send you a link to it so you can check it out, and you can verify that you are definitely in the running. And then I will pick a winner, and I will give you the 32 gig flash drive here, the micro SD, and I'll give you the L31 camera, and I'll even include the batteries for you. And as always, just want to thank you guys for watching. Check out some of my other videos and subscribe. Thank you.